Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're going to be talking about Funko Fusion and some of the news that we got at San Diego Comic-Con last week. So in this one, I want to primarily focus on the Five Nights at Freddy news that we got. So we're going to be taking from a few different interviews from San Diego Comic-Con and kind of piecing it together to get all the information about Five Nights at Freddy's. There is a little bit of non-FNAF stuff we're going to be talking about at the beginning here. A link to everything I'm talking about is going to be in the description below. So we're going to start off with this interview with IGN and Arthur Parsons and Kellen Goff.
Let's talk about the game, because I really want to know, how would you describe Funko Fusion and the story behind the game? Like, how do you create, I guess, a game about an IP that doesn't inherently have a storyline, you know?
Yeah, so the game has 20 plus IP, I'll say, because I don't want to give away something that we haven't revealed yet.
Yep.
But yeah, there's 20 plus IP.
Okay, so I just want to take out that quote there from Arthur Parsons. So if you've seen my video I did before about this game from a different interview at San Diego Comic-Con, Arthur Parsons teased an unannounced intellectual property in the game, and right there in this IGN interview he teased it yet again. So I don't know what's going on. So there's over 20 franchises in this game and he keeps teasing this additional one. So to me it's got to be something special. Some people are thinking it's the Universal Monsters. I don't think it is, just because that game that franchise is technically already kind of confirmed for the game. It's just they aren't talking about it anymore. So I don't think it would be that. And this last franchise must have some sort of significance, because why wouldn't it be announced with all the rest of them? So a little odd, but yeah, let me know your guesses below for what that last franchise could be. Think more Universal Pictures for the most part. You know, they do branch out a little bit beyond that, but for the most part it seems to be Universal Pictures. But just wanted to throw that quote in there and let you guys speculate on that a little bit.
So who are you playing as exactly? Because I saw some of the gameplay. Looked like you could play as Funtime Freddy in the game.
Yep, we have got, both Freddy Fazbear
the original.
and also
and Foxy.
Yeah,
Foxy the Pirate. Yeah, the original two, or of the four.
Yeah, as well as 60 other characters.
Yeah.
So each of the IP has multiple characters.
Yeah.
And you know, the more you unlock, the more you play. So it could be like Masters of the Universe has got He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, and Orko.
Yeah.
You can actually unlock Skeletor as well.
Okay, so right there, Skeletor is confirmed as a playable character in Funko Fusion from Master of the Universe. Just want to throw that in there because I don't think it was confirmed before this interview. Let's continue on. He's going to confirm some more characters here.
And then you go through all the other IP. You've got Nick Angel. You've got Ed and Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. You've got Quint and Brody from Jaws.
And right there, he confirmed Quint and Brody from Jaws. We knew Brody was playable. I don't think we knew that Quint was playable. So a couple confirmed playable characters there from this IGN interview.
It's kind of endless. There are so many cool characters.
Yeah.
And they all have their own unique moves, unique weapons.
So right there, he confirmed they all have their own unique moves and weapons. So we know every character is going to have a melee as well as a ranged attack. So all of those are going to be kind of unique for each character, which is always good to hear. Now for the rest of this video, we're going to focus on the Five Nights at Freddy's content. So let's go ahead and get into it with this next IGN question.
So I want to know, how does it feel being a part of Funko Fusion, returning in this role as Freddy Fazbear and various other characters?
As it is a bit of a cartoony romp, so too are the voices for Freddy and Foxy, a bit more cartoony. They take inspiration from Lego games past.
Yeah.
Freddy is a bit deeper, a bit more gravelly, and since that tends to be Foxy's area usually, I've made him a bit more high-pitched, but he's still got that pirate thing. I think most of the efforts are some variant of Yar.
Yar and Yo-Ho-Ho.
Yar, Yo-Ho, yeah, that's right for the laugh, yeah.
All right, so there you have Kellen Goff talking about how he's going to do the voice for Freddy Fazbear as well as Foxy the Pirate from Five Nights at Freddy's. So it seems like he's going to be taking inspiration from some of the classic Lego games. Now to be clear here, there's actually not going to be any voice acting from him. It's just going to be grunts or efforts as he calls them. This actually comes from a different interview. This is also going to be linked in the description that I just wanted to play here just to kind of confirm that there won't be voice acting.
He doesn't actually talk, to my knowledge, in the game. It's mostly, if not all, efforts. So I couldn't really explore his speech patterns, but efforts were a lot of fun to do.
So I just wanted to throw that in there just to kind of show that no, he won't actually be talking in the game. It's just going to be kind of grunts and efforts and things like that, much like the older Lego games. So I personally believe that the villain of the game, Eddie Funko, voiced by Clancy Brown, he's likely going to be the only character to talk in the game. But even then, I don't think he's going to be talking like regularly. I think he's just going to be talking maybe in the opening cutscene and maybe the ending cutscene of the game. Maybe a little bit more, but I think it's going to be pretty rare that any character talks in this game. But let's continue on. He's going to go into some of the gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's.
So let's talk about the gameplay now, Arthur. I want to know, could you describe the gameplay? We did see some of the gameplay, I believe, in a recent trailer.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about the gameplay. Ooh.
But then something like Five Nights at Freddy's, we've tried to capture, like, I guess, the original game, Scott's original game. But obviously, in that game, you're stuck in the security office. Mm-hmm. So rather than that, we recreate that magic, but we also let you go around the pizzeria.
Okay, so right there, Arthur Parsons has confirmed that you won't be stuck in the security office. You're actually going to be able to go around the pizzeria, so that's really cool to hear. So that's it for the IGN interview for this video. So for the rest of this video, we're going to be going to the full Funko Fusion San Diego Comic-Con panel, which fortunately a YouTube user by the name of JoJoMon Returns 91, this video will be linked in the description on his channel. He uploaded the full panel for Funko Fusion, which is awesome. That's where all this footage is coming from. And they did show some Five Nights at Freddy's footage here. It's pretty brief, but we'll go ahead and play it and then talk about it afterwards. Oh man, so creepy there. So there is a really good look at Five Nights at Freddy's in the game. Let me rewind just a little bit so we have a better look. There we go. So yeah, we have Freddy Fazbear, we got Foxy the Pirate, and then Chica the Chicken. They haven't confirmed that Chica the Chicken is playable in the game. I would assume so, but every time they talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, it's only the other two characters. And also, no word on Bonnie the Bunny at all. We haven't seen her at all in the game, but these three at least have character models with two of them confirmed to be playable. So now Arthur Parsons is going to be talking about some of the gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's, and let's go ahead and give that a listen.
We're recreating with Five Nights at Freddy's like a throwback to the original game. But obviously, those that played the original game know you're kind of in one room and you're looking through the cameras, and that's how you're playing it, right? So the process that John and I and the team went through was, how do we do that, but with our game that we're trying to do? So you're in the security room, you're in the pizzeria, and you're looking through the cameras, and you're looking through, you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but then you're also out around the pizzeria.
So that's kind of similar to what he said in the other interview, but that is interesting how the gameplay is going to play similar to the traditional Five Nights at Freddy's, and then they're just kind of adding on to it where you can then go and explore the other parts of the pizzeria.
Feels like the original game. You are surviving 5 nights. It gets terrifying, it gets scary, it gets hard, but it's amazing. It's like, and this is the great thing, you're in Hot Fuzz, you're in Shaun of the Dead, you're retelling Five Nights at Freddy's. That's why Funko Fusion is so great. And then
So I'll go ahead and pause it there. One interesting thing I do want to note there is he said that it gets hard. You know, hard is not something that you would use to describe a Lego game before, so it will be interesting to see if Funko Fusion has kind of a element of difficulty to it, especially in this Five Nights at Freddy's cameo level in the game. Let's continue on and see what else he has to say.
Am I allowed to say what weapons they've got? You want to know what, right? Yeah, okay, I'll do it anyway. So, like Freddy has this super cool pizza oven gun. Like, you're running around, like, firing pizzas at people. So, you can be in Jurassic World, like, and Dilophosauruses are getting pizzas in their head, and it's amazing. And then, like, Foxy's got this, like, giant cannon, like a pirate cannon. Like, this is a load of fun. I'm gonna stop talking now about it.
So that's pretty much all he talks about for Five Nights at Freddy's, but he does go into the ranged weapons, so we know every character has a melee and a ranged weapon in this game, and so Freddy's going to have some sort of pizza gun that's going to fire pizzas at people, and then Foxy the Pirate is going to have this like pirate cannon that he's going to fire. So it's kind of cool how they come up with different ranged weapons for all the different characters in the game. And again, he's not talking about any other playable characters, so again, we don't know if Chica or the bunny are going to be in the game, but I guess we'll just have to stay tuned. But so far, we only have those two confirmed to be playable. Alright guys, that is everything I want to talk about in this video, focusing on Five Nights at Freddy's, so you fans of the game, this is pretty much all we know. We know it is going to be a cameo level, so it's going to be a smaller level that you find within one of the bigger worlds in the game. We don't know which big world you find it in. You know, it could be that you find it in the Hot Fuzz level, for example. You know, we don't know. Or Master of the Universe, who knows. But it is going to be a cameo level within Funko Fusion. Okay, guys, but that's it. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if not. Subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.